So we got about an inch of snow so far, March 8th, but it's very wet, and most of it is melting before it even hits the ground, or before it has a chance to do any sticking. But it sure is pretty. Problem is, I've got to leave very early tomorrow morning. Like, I've got to leave the house by about 4 to do my Army Reserve thing. And it's about a 2-hour drive. So I'm not really looking forward to that. But I hope it doesn't, the road should be fine. Our driveway might be a little bit of an adventure on the way down, but down is always easier than up. But I just thought I'd walk to the back and just see, check some tracks and see if anything's coming through. It's a shame, really nothing in season, but it's always curious because I did see a gray fox last night, and we don't want those types of things hanging around. Right through here is a pretty major deer crossing. They come down this little alleyway right here, and then they either meander down this road a little ways, or they go right to that little spot right there. So here's another set of trees that got taken down in our latest 50-mile-an-hour wind. There's one back over there, as you can see right here, that's leaning pretty heavily. It would have gone down, I'm sure, but it's got a couple others. You see some more back off in the distance over there. But this one got taken down. And the bad part about it, I don't care about that. It's a pine tree, but it took out some cedars that I kind of had my eyes on to be able to use later on, either for timber or fence posts, anything like that. And it knocked these down. This is an old stump from winds gone before, and I haven't had a chance to clean that up. And it's sitting on top of my fence. But, to give you an idea, look at all of this stuff I gotta clear off. There's trees down over here, over there, and down in that corner right along the fence line. A lot of that's sitting right on top of the fence. Sitting on top of fence is not the bad news. That's not the really, really bad news, because this is just a perimeter fence that goes around the property, and we're not too concerned about that being in bad shape. Other than, the bears that we have around here, and we just really don't want all that stuff inside the farm, because everything else is going to be. We're going to use smaller perimeter fences, electric wire, and netting and things like that to contain our animals immediately around their space. So I'm not so much worried about the fence line as I am just in general wildlife, trying to keep that out. And, not a very high priority for me to get out here and do a lot of these repairs and do a lot of these things, especially because it's not going to be very good firewood, because most of it's pine, big old Virginia pines that just, they get to a certain height and they get very vulnerable and they start to fall. So here's an area behind the house, and you can really see where lots and lots of trees, some old, some new. But this was a little pine grove, and a lot of these things have come down, and I'm just standing in the middle of a bunch of destruction. That over there is where we were just standing a second ago. But gosh, there's a lot of trees in here that are down, and I really want to clear this area out behind the house. Keep a small buffer zone for just a little bit of wood life, but then turn a lot of this into pasture. I don't know about you, but that looks like an awful lot of work. So that's an idea. Who knows if we'll stick with it. By the way, the little pink flags, I have a bunch of pink flags on here, and pink, it means protect. These are some type of oak tree or a persimmon tree, like that was a persimmon tree right there. And some of these things I'm trying to protect, and I want to keep them. So I just wanted to flag them out in case I got out here before these things start to leaf out, and I know what it is that they are. Big white trees, if I marked it with a white, that's either a kind of a centerpiece, a point of reference, or a stand site, or someplace that I've seen a lot of wildlife coming through. And then I don't see any around here, but I marked the orange ones are the ones that are first cut, first chance you get. So some of the reasons for the orange, I mark a lot of them in orange because we have a lot of ash trees, and the emerald ash borer has really devastated them. I don't think I have a single live one, and I have way more than a dozen that are dead. And when I say way more than a dozen, I mean the big ones. There are many, many more than that that are smaller. Who knows, 50? I have no idea. So we marked those just to say that these are the first ones that come down. Again, the idea was that I was going to get to cut more trees down in the winter months, and I still might. I mean, nothing's greening out yet. Obviously, there's snow on the ground, but there are some that are marked with orange, and I want to get those out of the way. Mother Nature helped a little bit with that and took out some of them. But I don't know. What do you guys do on your farm, on your homestead? What do you do with tree management? Because I really would like to push a lot of this stuff into pasture, or at least wood-friendly or pig-friendly woods. At least if I can do that, that'd be okay. But boy, I've got a heck of a lot of work, and any suggestions you guys have on how best to go about that, all the way up to, I'm sure a lot of folks are going to say just bring some equipment in and get it done. But I'm trying to use as much as we can right on the farm, and if it's okay if it takes a little while. Got a lot going on, and anything that you guys can give us as a suggestion would be greatly appreciated. We have bigger hills, but right now, kind of close to the evening time, getting ready for, and they're asking, can they go to the big field? Not right now, babies. Gonna be eating dinner pretty soon.
Aww. Will the snow be here tomorrow?
Should be. It's gonna be plenty cold tonight.